conversation where I thought that, but, it was like a bunch of stuff came up right at the end and I wanted to say so much, but I didn't have time. The food was paid, the waiter, I was out eating, and then, I just let it go. Whatever. Even though, the matter of the subject was kinda, big, and I thought, my conversation partner made grave mistakes, but it's whatever. What happened was, it was a good conversation, but at the end, he threw in sort of, I asked a pretty profound question, and the question I asked was, around COVID, around this time, and it's still going on, there's a lot of craziness going on around this subject, and I thought, why is it then some people go mad, like really, like they can't see the forest for the trees, or the trees for the, what I mean, that saying. And, he just said, that's fear, that's what it is. And I thought that was so bland, like, of course that's a factor, but I wanna know about the mechanic. I wanna know about the mechanic of, I had fear and I handled it better, I sort of rose up to that's what it feels like, I wanted to rise up to that challenge, and I actually experienced something similar when at work, when I was in a grocery store, working in a grocery store, when there was this humongous, like a really huge guy, was actually, screaming down on, this nice co-worker, this nice female co-worker, and I got in between them and I stopped him, and I don't know how, I just went in, this thin, lanky dude that I am, and I didn't even think about that. I didn't. It was like this, I had to do that. I had to step in and rise up to that guy, because it was wrong what he was doing, he was angry for no reason. He just wanted to scream at someone, and he found, I guess, I don't know, a weak target. She's pretty tough, but, a not threatening target, I don't know. And I got in between and I said, don't you have anything better to do? And then he backed off, actually, At first he said, you go away, I don't want you in this, like, no, sorry, don't you have anything better to do? And then he laughed. He was so stunned by that. And I was shaking, I'm not gonna lie, I thought, he could, totally beat me up in no time, no effort required. But whatever. And I thought about that, because I thought that's sort of what happened in this, when this time came. I thought, no, I want to know what's going on. I don't want to, and when stuff is happening that I don't agree with, or that, when I simply have a question, I want to ask that question. I don't want to be intimidated not to ask it, And, well, whatever. Hey, I'm gonna move this slightly. I'm gonna edit it out. It's not in the right position. Okay. Makes all the difference. Basically what I was thinking about, because why did I do that? It didn't make any sense. Why do I do that and not someone? There were plenty of customers around that were, some of them so yeah, with this situation, that's, I think, I'm very optimistic about stuff, and yeah, it's definitely it's getting better. I can. When all of this started, I actually felt unable to form sentences sometimes in front of friends, in front of colleagues, just because I thought, oh, I don't wanna introduce a subject or say something that's gonna annoy someone, and everyone's inundated. Is that the right word? Like, everyone just was. So this subject was all around, and yeah, I understand if you wanted a break from all of that. But still, I really felt that. I felt like this inability to say, like, stuff I don't know, that were sort of on my mind to friends and sometimes family, and that's not good. But it's breaking open again. But still, something happened, and I don't know this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and back to that fear argument. Like, yeah, obviously that's a factor, but what's the mechanic? I was afraid as well. I still think this is an annoying disease, this COVID thing. But yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't rush an answer. To that. But what I'm thinking about as I'm saying this. There's this William Blake. William Blake is a great artist. Look him up. I think I'm a fan. And I mean, he died a long time ago, but I mean, not too long. Still, he made. I think he said, and his pictures, his poetry said a lot of stuff that's still very, very relevant. And there aren't many people that could be categorized as visionaries, but I would categorize him as that. Yeah, he was brought to my attention by a few artists I really loved, like Philip Pullman and Alan Moore, and I looked into it, and I stumbled across this what it was called, A Song of Innocence, I think, or no, it's something for or about for the sexes or something like that. It was called. I'm not sure, but you know what? I'm not gonna find it. But no, I'm gonna find it. Okay, here we go. Complete works. Okay, I'm gonna find it quick. I'm close. I can feel it. It's something with. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, it's called. Yeah, it's called. This is it. For the sexes, and it's sort of like it's a picture poem. I would say a picture poem, and there's one that comes to mind. I wanna talk about this one. Fear and hope are vision. I mean, yeah, you can look at that picture yourself on the web. Fear and hope are, and then there's a line. I think that's important too. Vision. And yeah, think about that. That's that's sort of. I think that's incredibly beautiful, cause I think what my conversation partner meant with that was sort of, yeah, they all got afraid. They were, fear is bad. Fear is bad. I don't think it is. I think you need it. As much as you need hope. And perhaps that's what a lot of people were lacking in these times, and that's why they succumbed to fear. Maybe that's what he meant, he just said it very, sort of like, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I do that as well, I guess. When I make something, I don't know. It's like you draw it not in a high resolution. You talk about it like low res, you know. But I don't like it when it's about these big things where I really want to think about it. Anyway, I think that's you know, what does William Blake mean by that? Fear and hope are vision. So I believe what it tells me is sort of, if you want to do something, anything, you know, take a step, make some art, whatever it is, I think you need to be afraid of what could go wrong, like the worst thing that could happen, but also keep in mind the best thing that could happen, and somewhere in the middle is reality. You know, that's where it's gonna. That's the playground. You sort of need both to pull yourself forward safely. You know. In art, I feel like, yeah, I go into it hoping for the best, of course, but you have to be. If you just ignore fear, you know, you're gonna fall into every sort of trap there is. You know, because you're not looking out for it. And if you're just looking out for that, you lose hope. You know, you're gonna not move forward because you just see traps. Like, what is this for? You know, that's not worth it. But then you look up again and say, oh yeah, that's why I'm doing that. And that's vision. Now you can see what's in front of you. You know, I think that's very wise. And it's something like that happened in the world. Like, yeah, I think a lot of people lost hope. I guess that's, yeah, a sort of a depression thing. But yeah, don't do that, or else you're gonna be blind. That's not good. And I mean, like, truly blind, like, not like, you know, like this, you know, I see a bit bad. That's not the same. That's not the same, obviously. You know what I mean? I don't have to explain that. But yeah, I don't know. I was annoyed that I didn't say that sort of in the moment when you just said, oh, it's fear. Like, what do you mean? But hey, anyway, whatever. I think he said something as something else that annoyed me as well. But I can't even remember, so that's how important that was. Yeah, sometimes, whatever. I'm still thinking about it, so you don't always have to wrap it up, I guess. You know, sometimes you can be. I can go for that too much, you know. Yeah, so, there's nothing wrong with leaving that open for now, picking it up later. Yeah. And I guess also it's family. I talked with family, so you sort of nitpick on the weaknesses of the other very, you know, because you see the faults very clearly. You hang out with that guy all your life, you know. In this case, it was my father. I don't know why I was so secretive about that. I don't know. But yeah, so that sort of, well, in the moment it annoyed me, but it's not a big thing. Yeah. Or yeah, I know what else. It was sort of like a slightly religious theme, and he sort of presented his view as, hey, that's it, you know, that's it. That seriously annoyed me. I think that's a really big mistake. You shouldn't do that ever. If, you know, presenting your views like that. And I don't disagree with his views, but it's certainly not it. You know, there's so much to explore. And I'm thinking about this even in the scientific community. There's this really cool saying that I think wise scientists know about, which is like every model is wrong, but some are very useful, you know. I like that, I like that. It sort of grounds you, you know. Every model, every theory, like, we're not gonna get this all-encompassing thing soon, I think. But if it's a really good one, we're gonna make a few steps, you know. We're gonna make a few steps. We're gonna make, yeah, maybe many, you know. If sort of there's a breakthrough, I believe in that. I believe in that. I think it's gonna come when science is a bit inching a bit closer to. Sorry, my tummy grumbled. I hate when it happens. I hate when it happens. It's so annoying cutting that out. Sometimes I can't. But anyway, I watched other ASMR channels and it happens all the time. But I think they're just forgiving because it's usually a pretty girl or something, and then you don't mind. But you know, if it's an old tattery wizard, it's sort of like, oh my god. Now I'm imagining what he ate, and you know, whatever. I don't know. That's a factor. That's a factor. Bit unfair, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh well, I have my own sort of qualities, I guess. Yeah, just joking, just joking. But where was I? Oh yeah, this breakthrough in science. I heard this guy, Roger Penrose, I think. Yeah, I like this guy. He has a TED talk in which he said like, science is gonna make a huge step once it really looks at the paranormal or the non-physical thing. Like, once it takes this seriously, what people report seeing and stuff, and really looking into it. Because I think right now it's sort of afraid of doing that, because yeah, you can't measure it, but we're gonna, I mean, why not? Why don't you just I don't know. I think there's gonna be a way to do that. I think there has to be some sort of method to get to that. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know. But yeah. Yeah, so many pieces to the puzzle, you know, so many pieces to the puzzle. I guess the only thing I would preface with, you know, that's it, is sort of the mindset of, yeah, being open, you know, sort of, you know, finding a sort of a logic, a sort of worldview, you know, a spiritual, if you want, sort of view that allows for other views to come in, you know. I think that is it, you know. Find your own language, find your own way around it, and but I think that's a point you want to end up at sort of, yeah, where you really like seated at a place that acknowledges, oh, this is my language, and there are so many others that basically maybe talk about the same thing in different ways, and maybe I can pick up other things when I just really listen and try to understand, and you get the idea. Like, then I can make my own language better. Maybe, you know, maybe I didn't think about this or that, and you know, sort of. I think that is really it. But yeah, and I don't know. I couldn't tell you, like, yeah, the Greeks got it, or the Northern, the you know, like, Northern myths are spot on, or Christianity, or you know, any of these, like, the end, I think Maria Magdalena, like Jesus' girlfriend, did write stuff on her own, and there's a passage that didn't end up in the Bible. Surprise, surprise, because it's really challenging some ideas, and it's talking about the only path to this enlightenment, or whatever you want to call it, is this looking inside of yourself. Like everything's there, everything you need is sort of, if you really look into yourself, you see others better, you see the world, and it's really, it's hard to explain. I mean, I'm messing up what if, she wrote it better, I'm sure. But that's really interesting that didn't end up in the, I don't know, I thought it was so, so beautiful. But I don't know much. Maybe there are disputes about who really wrote it. That's, that happens a lot of the time with these really old texts. But yeah, I think what I take away from that is that, like, you find out what the world is about, I'm not gonna, we all have a language barrier, I think, when we talk about this stuff, and I don't know, am I, I don't know, I have a feeling I'm not gonna wrap this up, and since, I guess this is I guess this is about things, not wrapping up, so hey, here are some wild ideas, go take them, let me know in the comments if you think they are good or shit, and, I'm gonna see you in the next one, giving a few updates. It's going really well, job-wise, writing-wise, friendships and all, really good. Alright, see ya.